Welcome back. Brett and Ed here. Thanks for watching the channel. We're now going to break down this TED Talk trick and how can a spectator read the minds of another spectator. So go ahead and play it, Ed, and then explain the components we're looking for.
Close your eyes. His eyes are closed. Brett, keep your eyes closed. Jeff, open up your marker, please, as big as you can so we can't see it. Write down the first and last name of the person you are imagining sitting down to dinner with. Brett, open your eyes. You have to believe it in order to achieve it. Look not into his eyes, look into his soul. And when I snap my fingers, tell him, who is he having dinner with?
Barack Obama.
Turn it around. Show everybody. Show everybody.
So we got our guy Brett on stage here. He's a completely random audience member, apart from having a phenomenal name. He's not a mock or a stooge or anything like that. He's just picked at random. And apparently, according to this video, just from O's, kind of telling us, close your eyes, open your eyes, he's managed to predict this. As we've shown previously, there's some heavy editing going on here. But we're at the point now where we're trying to piece together what went on in those deleted scenes that we weren't privileged to hear. So Brett, when you first saw this, just from what we were able to see here, what did you start thinking and what do you think we're missing?
First, I was floored. I was thinking, gosh, magic has reached a new epic and so far beyond what I was doing over the last 20 years. But then after thinking, okay, there's got to be a logical explanation. What could it be? I started looking for clues and I found a comment on this TED Talk where someone said, I got to do this at a show. I went up on stage and I heard a voice in my head with the name that I was supposed to say. And I said it and I was right. And that was the biggest clue to me that something else is going on. And how would you get a spectator to hear a voice in their head? My mind went to bone conduction microphones, like you can wear when you run. But then I struggled to find, is there a product out there like this? And in order to really understand if that was possible, we needed to look at other examples. In the forensic business, we call it exemplars. So we're looking for those same elements of a spectator on stage that's random, closing their eyes, hearing a voice in their head, and being able to read the mind of another spectator.
All right, so our first video comes from about 8 years ago, and it's the Today Show. So we've got a similar trick where Oz has got this lady in purple to stand up, and she's going to do the quote-unquote mind reading, and there's another lady on stage who's written down the name of a famous person. So we're going to look at this video and see what kind of extra information we get versus that TED Talk where we really only hear open your eyes, close your eyes, and the name seems to come out of nowhere. So let's see what extra stuff we get in this one.
That was kind of you, okay? Did you discuss deep feelings or bucket list items?
No.
We didn't get there yet. Okay. You are not going to guess what she is thinking, okay? In a moment, literally, the voice is going to be inside your head telling you who it is, okay?
So what do we got there, Brett?
Got a new command. You're going to hear a voice in your head, similar to the comment on the TED Talk video of a spectator from another show.
When I tap you here, I want you to close your eyes, please. Go for it. And when I touch you in the back of your head, I want you to plug your ears. Do you see? Open your eyes for me, Joanne. Now, don't do it yet. Please write down the name of the person that you are thinking of. Joanne, when I touch you right here, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to plug your ears. Plug your ears, and I want you to take 2 deep breaths.
So we've got this motion of a hand on the front, a hand on the back, and the ears plugged. And that's going to be a common theme through all the kind of clips we watch in this video. So Brett, where's the device here?
So it's in his right hand on the back of her head, and he's got her plugging her ears to maximize her ability to hear that. Because bone conduction microphones typically go on your temples close to where you would hear it. This is going to be a little further away. He needs to make sure she hears it, and especially if there's any noise in that studio.
And I've worn those bone conduction ones for running, and like you can hear things, but it's not as crystal clear as like an AirPod or something that's in ear. So the fingers in the ears make sense to drown out that background noise and make sure it sounds like it's coming in your head.
Megan, can you see what she is writing down?
Yes. Yeah.
And you saw it. Joanne, open your eyes. Joanne.
So we're lucky in this video that we have this kind of behind camera angle, but Oz is so practiced at this that we can't even see it in his hand, right? It's cupped in there, but he can do this with a camera right behind him and you don't even notice it.
Yeah, with this exemplar, we're still guessing. We don't have proof at this point, but we're getting more context.
So we're looking for a few other videos with fingers in ears and that hand in front, hand behind kind of motion.
Yep. So here we have exemplar number 2, which is College Game Day at Notre Dame in December. And we're going to see Pat do the exact same thing from the previous trick.
So for context, like it is cold outside here. You can see hats and gloves on everyone apart from Oz. He's got bare hands, and that's going to be important towards the end of this piece.
Your life. Have I said a word to you about what you're about to do or what Team Kirk would have just thought of?
No.
I want your eyes closed in a moment and your ears covered so no one's talking to you. You're going to hear a voice in your head.
All the same elements as before. You're going to close your eyes, cover your ears. You'll hear a voice in your head.
And we can also see here hand in pocket, right? Oz has got the hands in the pocket. So we're pulling out the device.
Yep. Bone conduction microphone coming out.
He is thinking of.
A team?
A team. Close your eyes. No peeking. Close your eyes. Plug your ears. I'm making sure his eyes. My hands are freezing. Right down.
So again, right hand cupped on the back of the head with the device.
What team you thought of, Kirk? Write it big. Don't let us see. Kirk, hide it. Hide it.
It's got to be so cold.
Kirk, are you done?
Almost. It's cold.
Exactly.
You can't even write.
Wake up, Pat. Wake up, Pat.
So right here, he's still got the device in his right hand, and he's got to get it back in his pocket without anybody noticing. And we're going to watch closely. He's going to go for the pocket and kind of miss, likely because his hands are so cold, and he's going to have to repocket it in a real quick motion.
Yeah.
Tell them. Nobody tells Pat McAfee what to do. Did I set this up with you in any way? Did I tell you anything about what was going to happen?
No.
Look into this man's eyes and tell him what
Right there.
is he thinking of? Which one did you just pick random?
A voice literally summoned me to say, what's that coming down the track? Georgia Bulldogs.
A voice has summoned me to say. Those are interesting words. He definitely heard something.
Yeah, there's always some bravado with McAfee. It's never straightforward. All right, so for our final exemplar number 3, we've traveled back in time again to about 8 years ago, and Oz is working with, I think, just some kind of staffers here at a company called InStyle. So we're not looking at celebrities here, and we got to give the man his props. Like, this crowd is difficult. We'll link the full video in the description, but these guys do not play along with him, and they are not impressed. Even when his tricks are landing, he can barely get a reaction out of them, which to us, just, tip of the hat to this guy. But we got the girl on the right. She's the kind of mock. She's going to, get the bone conduction device on the back of her head. And then the girl on the far left in the second row, she's going to be writing down 2 names. And Oz is going to work the cameras a little more in this. This is kind of early Oz, I would call it.
So right there, is this, just to make sure, doesn't matter to me what the couple is, but is the dynamics male-female on this?
It is.
Okay, doesn't matter. So go with the female first, and then underneath, write down the guy's name. Now, what people are going to say is that she must be able to, so my back is not the better view. I want you to be able to see for now. Yeah, I want you to see exactly what she does and what she does.
So what's he doing there, Brett?
So he's directing them to have the view he wants, the scope that he wants, to where they won't see the bone conduction mic in the back.
So this is likely before that first video where they had the full view behind and you couldn't see it. He's not quite as confident here that he can get that device behind her head without anyone seeing.
Right. Yeah. But it's interesting. He's kind of directing, he's someone else's studio directing.
The funny part is that the director or the editor is just going to ignore this and give us the shot we want.
Write down the names. I want you, when she does this, I'm going to give you a little tap here. It
Okay.
indicates eyes closed. You got it?
That's when I close my eyes.
Please, when I do this and when I let go, you can open them.
Okay.
Now, it's a really quiet studio. You can hear a pin drop. So some of you are going to think that you're going to hear this noise. You can hear the marker. So when I take my finger and I touch you on the back of the head, I want you to please take your fingers, I know it's a little uncouth, and plug them in your ears.
What a creative reason to plug your ears.
Yeah. I mean, it's providing a little bit of realism to the reason makes it so much more believable for the spectators and the participant.
So you can't hear anything. Hear no evil, see no evil. We ready? Take this marker. I'll tell you when to do it. As big and clear as possible as you can. Okay, Ruthie, you're right there. Bring it up close to your body, Alexa, so nobody else can see.
So that this is the shot he doesn't want us to have, right? This one behind where we can see his back. And we've got hand in the pocket again. Right hand is digging for that device.
We can see. And can you guys kind of form a little bit of a block on her? Here we go. Make sure she can't see. Here we go. I want you to.
I think if we pause it right there and zoom in, like we can see it right there. There's something in that right hand of his.
And this was the video that, as we were digging, confirmed our initial conclusion. At the very beginning, when we were talking it back and forth, what about a bone conduction mic? At that point, it was just a hypothesis. And then seeing this, it became a conclusion.
And everything else from here is exactly like we've seen before. Back of the head, ears plugged. That's the kind of smoking gun right there in his hand. So we've got the device in his right hand that we just zoomed in on. We're just going to finish out this trick to confirm the similarities with the other exemplars.
So close your eyes, please, and I want you to plug your ears, and you should hear a voice in your head. Tell me when she's done.
Go.
Yeah, keep writing. Tell me when you're all done, and tell me when you're done and say I'm done so I can let her open her eyes and her ears. Say when.
So she's laughing there, right?
Yeah. And it's probably because she's hearing a voice in her head and she can't believe it.
Say when. How are we doing over there?
Not done.
Can she open her ears? Unplug your ears.
She's still
Open your eyes. She's not done?
Not done.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So tell me when. You can.
This man is working. He's working.
And say when. How we doing?
Done.
Wow, it's a really long name. Open. And don't turn it around. Don't turn around. Can everybody move out of the way so we can see? And do this. Tell her right now, if she popped that bubble, and you saw both their faces, tell her, who is this couple that's meant to be? Tell her, please.
Reese Witherspoon and Hugh Jackman.
Half.
Tell us who. Show it. Turn around.
Oh.
Close enough. Damn. Should have called by his name. You did amazing. You can't get it every time. No.
Lukewarm reaction.
Tough, so tough. Okay, so through these three exemplars, we've kind of examined a lot of similar situations, and we've got to the point where we think we can see the device Oz is using to put this voice inside people's heads so they can correctly guess whatever these people have picked. He's got it kind of palmed in his hand here, so it's real small, and his skill is being able to get that up to the back of someone's head and then get it back in his pocket without anybody noticing. Even if there's a camera right behind him, like we saw on the Today Show, unfortunately for our guy Oz, this cameraman in this clip kind of did him dirty even after he asked them not to. They still cut to this clip where we can clearly see the device in his hand there.
And that's what gets us the conclusion of how he does this in the TED Talk. These are the exemplars that allow us to break down the subject being the TED Talk. And I use those terms because that's what we use in the forensic world, where if I'm investigating a fire and a product is the origin of a fire and it's melted down into a puddle of plastic and burned wires, you have to look at exemplars and buy the make and model and hopefully close in serial number to really dig in and see what could have caused this fire. But even with that, sometimes you end up in the realm of speculation because you can't know 100% what happened with the subject by looking at an example. And that's our best guess as to what he does. But there's so much more to these tricks that we don't know, because in all of them, he shows that he knows the answer. He's immediately confident that the spectator has the answer. And that's clear because he had to pre record the answer onto this bone conducting microphone so that they get the correct answer for the final reveal. And we honestly don't know how he gets that done. It must be in the pre work or something we're missing. If you guys have ideas on how that's done, let us know.
So we've loved breaking this video down, and again, like Brett said, this is our opinion on how we think this is done. We're pretty confident in it. We think the evidence is pretty strong. We know Oz likes to challenge people to figure out his tricks, so this is our best kind of evidence on this one. We've enjoyed doing it as always, and if you've enjoyed watching, please give us a like, a follow, and leave us a comment to let us know what other things you'd like to see.